Have you ever wondered how many times you've given in to others' expectations, losing a bit of your own essence in the process? Have you ever stopped to think about how often you've changed your convictions just to please someone, and how that has affected your path? Today, let's explore 9 behaviors we should avoid in our interactions, especially with women, guided by the principles of Stoic philosophy. Get ready for a journey of self-discovery and introspection that will challenge us to maintain our authenticity and govern our emotions in a balanced and wise manner. 1. Avoid changing your life according to others' expectations. It's surprisingly common to feel the pressure to shape our attitudes and choices to meet others' expectations. But why do we choose to conform to the standards others set for us? Imagine how much more authentic and fulfilling our lives could be if, instead of succumbing to these external influences, we chose a path that truly resonates with our values and personal ambitions. How many times have you found yourself sacrificing your happiness to satisfy someone else? Isn't it more worthwhile to invest in what makes your heart beat with passion? Self-acceptance is a crucial pillar in this process. By accepting ourselves as we truly are, free from the masks imposed by others' expectations, we unleash immense potential for personal growth and for establishing more genuine and deeper relationships. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control: our actions, thoughts, and reactions. Conforming to others' expectations is handing over the control of your life to others. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of them." By internalizing this wisdom, we can free ourselves from external pressures and live according to our true nature. I challenge you to reflect on areas of your life where you might be yielding to others' expectations, silencing your inner voice. Why not embark on a journey toward authenticity? The path may be challenging, but the rewards of living a life truly aligned with your inner self are priceless. This moment of reflection is just the first step toward building a life you chose, not one imposed by others. What are the fundamental values that guide your daily decisions? Have you ever felt forced to abandon them to please someone? I invite you to share your experiences in the comments and join me in this conversation about living authentically. 2. Avoid letting your life be consumed by an obsession with someone. Imagine your life as a blank canvas, ready to be filled with your own experiences, desires, and dreams. What would happen if you used all your colors on a single shade, dedicated solely to one person? Would that result in a complete masterpiece? Obsession with someone can steer us away from valuable aspects of life. Why allow a single focus to absorb all your energy when there is an entire universe to explore? This fixation can blind us to opportunities and relationships that could enrich our existence in ways we never imagined. Reflecting on this, I ask, is it truly worth sacrificing your mental health, hobbies, friendships, and even your own identity for someone? Maintaining balance is crucial, cultivating various aspects of life to ensure overall well-being. Each person in your life should add color to your painting, not be the sole theme. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius taught the importance of balance and self-sufficiency. Seneca said, "Happiness is for the wise a complete and independent good." This reminds us that our happiness and well-being shouldn't rely solely on another person, but rather on a healthy balance among our various relationships and interests. So how can we adjust our focus? Start by investing time in yourself. Rediscover interests that were set aside or venture into new hobbies. Strengthen bonds with friends and family, and be open to new encounters. Every step towards a balanced lifestyle is a step away from obsession and closer to fulfillment. Don't let your life revolve around a single star. The true wealth of your existence lies in the diversity of your experiences and relationships. See this realization as the beginning of a new chapter where you are the main author of your own story. Have you ever had a moment when you chose to follow your own path instead of conforming to others' expectations? How did that choice impact your life? Share your stories in the comments. 3. Don't let anything compromise your mental health or happiness. Mental health and happiness are precious jewels we must protect with care. In a world full of pressures, both external and internal, it becomes essential to set healthy boundaries and adopt self-care practices that safeguard our emotional and psychological well-being. Let's reflect together. What truly feeds your soul and brings peace to your heart? It's crucial to identify and prioritize activities, relationships, and goals that strengthen your mental health and promote your happiness. Allowing circumstances or people to drain your energy and disturb your peace is incredibly harmful. Stoic philosophy teaches that we should focus on what we can control and accept serenely what we cannot. Epictetus said, "Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not." Keeping this principle in mind can help protect our mental health and happiness. And here's a powerful question. What can you start doing today to protect your mental health and elevate your happiness? Small changes, like setting aside time to meditate, exercising regularly, or simply saying no to commitments that don't align with your values, can have significant impacts. Elevate your mental health to a priority. Join support communities, seek professional help when necessary, and above all, attend to your body and mind's needs. Every step you take towards self-care not only enriches your personal life, but also empowers you to offer the best of yourself to the world. Remember, your happiness and mental health form the foundation of all your actions. Taking care of them is not a luxury, it is an urgent necessity. So, I invite you to take steps now to create an environment that fosters your fullness and inner peace. What self-care practices have you adopted that have made a significant difference in your mental health? Share your experiences in the comments. Your interaction is essential. 4. Don't neglect friends or family in favor of someone else. Think of your life as a diverse garden where each plant represents a meaningful relationship: friends, family, and romantic partners. Each of these bonds holds an essential place, and together, they create a supportive and affectionate ecosystem. Now imagine the imbalance that would occur if we allowed a single plant to grow so much that it overshadowed the others. Would this result in a harmonious landscape? Certainly not. Maintaining harmony in relationships is vital. While it may be tempting to focus all our affection and attention on a new love interest, we must remember that friends and family are fundamental pillars in our lives. They offer different perspectives, emotional support, and stability. Why risk losing these precious connections? Stoic philosophy values the importance of balanced relationships. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoics, emphasized the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of each element for the harmony of the whole. Applying this wisdom, we can understand that our relationships work best when there is balance and each bond is valued. I ask you, is it really worth putting all your expectations and energies into a single relationship, neglecting others that also enrich your life? Maintaining a healthy balance not only enriches your personal journey, but also strengthens your support network. Therefore, I encourage you to value each relationship as a unique and indispensable element of your garden. Dedicate time and effort to strengthen these ties. Organize get-togethers, share experiences, and show your care. Avoid letting a new bond overshadow the importance of established ones. By tending to each plant in your garden with equal care and attention, you create a rich and balanced environment where everyone can thrive together. This not only maintains your support network, but also ensures that you never have to face adversities alone. Have you rediscovered any hobbies or interests recently that have contributed to enriching your life? Share with us how this has been beneficial to you. 5. Don't invest too much time in one person. In the complex dance of human relationships, determining how much time to devote to each person is a true challenge. Over-involving yourself with someone might seem like a demonstration of affection or friendship, but it's crucial to reflect. Is this dedication reciprocal? Is it enriching your life or just draining your energy? Consider that every moment of your day is a valuable resource. If we dedicate an excessive amount of this precious asset to one person, we risk neglecting fundamental aspects of our lives, such as career, hobbies, health, and other significant bonds. I propose a question for reflection. By focusing so much on a single relationship, are you missing the chance to broaden your horizons and learn new things? It is essential to seek balance, allowing yourself to explore the diversity of interactions that life offers. I encourage you to analyze how you use your time. Value your own space and needs, as well as those of the people around you. Establish healthy boundaries that benefit both your individuality and your connections. By doing so, you cultivate a richer and more balanced life. Now I challenge you to think of ways to better balance your time. Perhaps revive an old hobby, start a new project, or simply reserve moments for yourself. Remember, investing in yourself is just as crucial as investing in relationships. After all, the most constant person in your life is you. How do you plan to use your time moving forward to care for your relationship with yourself and others? When was the last time you said no to something you really didn't want to do? How did you feel after making that decision? Share your experience with us in the comments. 6. Don't reveal all the details of your past, especially the difficult moments. Talking openly about your past, especially the more challenging moments, requires caution and wisdom. While sharing experiences can create bonds of empathy and understanding, it is also essential to protect your privacy and emotional health. Consider this. Every piece of your story is valuable, and some of these gems are too intimate to be exposed indiscriminately. When deciding what to reveal, it's crucial to assess the context and level of trust with the people involved. An important reflection: will revealing details of past personal challenges benefit the relationship, or could it expose you to a vulnerable position? Finding a balance between being open and protecting yourself is vital. I encourage you to choose carefully what to share, guided by respect for your own comfort and the boundaries you set. The act of sharing should be a decision that strengthens you, not one that compromises your emotional safety. Also remember that your life journey is unique, and you have the full right to decide which chapters you want to reveal and which you prefer to keep private. Respecting your own story is an act of self-love and valuing your personal journey. Therefore, when reflecting on what to disclose about your past, do so with the certainty that you are acting in your own best interest. This prudence not only protects you but also preserves the quality and depth of your relationships. How can you start today to balance what you share and what you protect about your life experiences? 7. Don't agree just to satisfy someone. Agreeing just to please someone might seem like a peaceful approach in the short term, but in the long run, it can erode your authenticity and even impact your self-esteem. Molding our opinions to match others' expectations often leads to losing our own identity. How many times have you said yes when deep down you wanted to say no? It might seem like a small concession, but each of these situations contributes to building a barrier between you and your true self. It's essential to develop the courage to stand your ground, which doesn't mean being contrary by nature, but rather being true to your beliefs and values. This not only strengthens your personal integrity, but also attracts people who respect and value your honesty. Reflect on the times you could have stood your ground, but opted for passive agreement. How did this impact your self-image and your relationships? True harmony in any relationship comes from mutual respect for differences, not from the suppression of personal opinions. By being assertive, you not only express your true thoughts, but also set a standard for genuine and authentic interactions. I challenge you to start expressing your true opinions with confidence and respect, paving the way for more sincere and fulfilling relationships. How can you begin to implement this change in your daily life, ensuring that your voice is heard and respected? 8. Don't be dominated by the fear of loneliness. The fear of loneliness is deeply human, but if we allow it to dominate us, we might end up making decisions that don't reflect our true desires. If we don't steer our own ship, the currents of uncertainty can lead us to destinations we never wanted to reach. How many times has the fear of being alone made you maintain relationships or situations that were clearly not beneficial? It's crucial to recognize that being alone does not equate to feeling lonely. Moments of solitude can be extremely valuable for self-knowledge and personal growth. I encourage you to see the fear of loneliness as a sign that it might be time to strengthen your relationship with yourself. How can you become your own best friend? How can you find comfort and contentment in your own company? Investing in yourself, whether through hobbies, meditation, reading, or other activities that enrich your being, creates a foundation of confidence that doesn't depend on others. This develops an emotional resilience that transforms the fear of loneliness into a tranquil acceptance of your own company. I challenge you to redefine your perception of being alone, seeing it as an opportunity to discover and strengthen yourself. True companionship is the one that makes us feel complete and at peace, even in the absence of others. How do you face the fear of loneliness, and what have you learned about yourself in this process? Share your experiences and reflections with us in the comments. 9. Don't forget to celebrate even the smallest achievements. Celebrating small victories enriches our life journey, turning it into a succession of moments of joy and appreciation. Often we focus so much on grand goals that we forget to value the steps that lead us to them. Each small success is an essential building block in the construction of our greater achievements. Reflection. When was the last time you celebrated an accomplishment that seemed small but had great significance for you? These moments are vital for maintaining our motivation and recognizing our efforts. They remind us that every step along the way deserves celebration. I invite you to develop a more appreciative outlook on your daily accomplishments. It could be finishing a project at work, solving a personal problem, or continuously dedicating yourself to a healthy habit. Each of these victories is a piece in the mosaic of your success. Sharing these achievements with friends and family can not only amplify your sense of satisfaction, but also strengthen your bonds. Shared celebration elevates joy and motivates others to recognize and celebrate their own progress. So I challenge you to not just notice, but truly celebrate each small milestone in your life. How about establishing a celebration ritual? It could be a special coffee break, a sunset walk, or a small gathering with loved ones. How can you start including more celebrations in your daily life, valuing each step of your journey? What small victory have you celebrated recently, and why was it important to you? Share in the comments. Now that we've explored these common pitfalls together, I challenge you to choose one to work on this week. Share your choice and the reason in the comments, and let's value self-love together. I'm eager to see how small changes can bring about significant transformations, and to read each story you'll share with us. Don't miss our next video, where we'll delve deeper into how our choices impact not only our lives, but also those around us. See you next time.